Hello, Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising. Today I want to talk about new donors and your new donor welcome packet because I'm just sure that you have some great new donors from your Giving Tuesday results. So you probably have questions about when should you mail them? What should be in your welcome packet? When do you send it? Should you include a new ask by year end? So let's talk about your welcoming your new donors into your family because it is truthfully of such major importance. So here's what you're going to do. You want to have a thank you call, and you're probably saying, Joy, are you kidding me? I've got so much to do by December 31st. That's okay, you're going to get some help. You get some volunteers, maybe somebody on your board. Just a short little thank you call saying thank you so much. And then you're going to send out a personalized thank you letter, perhaps even handwritten. That would really be perfect. And you want to do that for your Giving Tuesday. You want to do it by the end of the week, within 48 hours, all right? Okay, first two things. Get help. I know you're busy, but Giving Tuesday is too important of an opportunity for acquisition to let this go by. Make them feel so welcome. And then within the next 30 to 60 days, you're going to send them a welcome packet. So this is what you really want to include in your welcome packet. You could have a little survey so you could find out a little bit more information and see why these new donors decided to support you at this particular time anyway. That's always great insight to have. And the main thing here is this is what you call the honeymoon phase. And this is very important. They've donated to you. And like you, right now, let's say Giving Tuesday, because we're speaking specifically about your new donors from Giving Tuesday. They're in a hurry too. Everybody's got so much to do right now. But you are going to have in your packet some little information that makes them more interested, let them know what you're doing, and more importantly, find out some information about your donors because that is going to be so helpful to you. Well, you know, we always like to show great examples of a new welcome packet. I recently, from the summer, have a new welcome packet that I think Save the Children has done a beautiful job. But Mercy Corps has a stellar example of a new donor welcome packet. And here's what it includes. Number one, it includes a letter from the founder featuring a personal welcome. And the donor then gets a true understanding of what their gift is accomplishing through this donor-focused message from the organization. For example, you can build schools for children who have never seen the inside of a classroom. So all of a sudden, you're just feeling great about what you're doing. And then Mercy Corps also has a newsletter that they send to their new donors. They, of course, have a little bookmark, and perhaps that might be something that you like. And they also send out a letter, in the letter, a response device that gives your donor, your new welcome donor, a chance, an opportunity for monthly giving. And remember to a little brief survey. It's really so great to find out about your donor. What are their particular interests in your organization? If you're an animal organization, Do they love cat? Do they have cats? Do they have dogs? Would they be interested in volunteering? Find out something about the donors, because that's how you build a relationship. So be sure, and you don't want to make it, you don't want to ask them everything in the world about themselves. All it is a chance to, that you are getting to know them, okay? And that is what a new donor packet really is all about, because it's a way of your donor saying, hey, I just donated to your organization for the very first time. So what kind of welcome am I going to get? And when you respond right away with a quick email and never to be heard from again, I don't think that they're going to stick around long. But if they get a phone call and a nice letter and then hear from you a month later, that is really very cool. They're going to say, I think this is a great organization, and I think that they really do appreciate me. And they'll be right. You do appreciate them. The trouble with new donors is that donor attrition is just a huge struggle. It's really depressing that out of your new donors, you're going to lose about 3/4 of them. But I don't think that you will lose 3/4 of them if you absolutely take care of them, make them feel welcome. So do that. Have a warm conversational thank you email within a few hours of your Giving Tuesday donation. And make sure it's from an individual. Don't sign it from the development team. It's an individual. And then within the next week or two, they get a warm, personalized, in-depth welcome letter. And the format can be anything that you want. Make it fit your personality, your organization's personality. Make it warm and welcoming. They do say that if a lot of your donors are baby boomers and beyond, hard copy, those letters are important. And if you have a lot of younger donors, you can do a lot of this email and online. So think about your welcome packet. You want to share a clear, easy to remember and a repeat story of what you're doing, your beneficiaries. And then you want to send a photo, images. Let them get really comfortable with your organization and who you are. You know, I recently did a GoFundMe that I felt really good about, that came up on Thanksgiving Day, and it was about this young girl whose car broke down, and possibly you've heard of it because Johnny, they tried to raise $1,700 for Johnny, and I think it's closing in on $400,000. It was just so exciting. But do you know that young girl really should be in development? She has sent each and every day the best follow-up stories. And get this, a couple of days ago, and this just happened on Thanksgiving, a couple of days ago, Johnny wanted them to stop the GoFundMe. He said, yeah, I can't read, I think it was at $150,000, and he said, really, these donors need to be helping other people. And guess what? They had so many donors that said, what? That absolutely had a fit, because they were so moved by the story and they felt so good about helping that they opened it up again. The point here is give your donors enough information that they're so excited about helping, and then thank them enough that they feel appreciated, respected, and that they really are making a big difference. Listen, no matter how small your new donor's gift might be, Making an early thank you communication warm and personal and motivational, it's really key. It really is. It becomes the first step across that long bridge to donor retention. Remember how many donors that statistically that stick around, 25%. So that it's really shocking, and it's hard to get these new donors. So don't lose them. You know, there's another welcome pack. I'm going to try to find these links to show you, but Stickley Museum, in the expert opinion, has one of the very best welcome packet, and that people absolutely love. So it is, I'll try to find the link and maybe get a sample of it to you. But they, the first thing they do to new donor after welcoming them is invite the new donors for a tour. So that's really perfect. If you make that phone call, have a tour for your new donors, and that has to be a very comfortable way for, you know, after the first of the year to come and get to know you a little bit better. And then, of course, make sure that you do have some kind of an idea of what's going to go in your packet. Now, this museum has a hand-signed thank you welcome letter from the executive director. And the executive director in this letter tells the donor what a difference that donation of theirs is going to make. So it's really quite wonderful. And then they give the invitation, of course, to the tour. They give some benefits of being a donor. And then they have a beautiful newsletter. And if you have a newsletter is important. It really is. And I think one of the new things about newsletters, too, to think about it in this way, it's really a warm and fuzzy impact report. It really is the impact of the different gifts that you received, what you're able to do with them, and pictures of what those donations, who they have benefited. Then remember, too, that a new donation packet could also include a brief invitation to volunteer, and then, of course, anything that you can think of in your donation package that does really, it is relevant to your new donors. You talk to your staff, read the survey. What can you do in your organization to shape your welcome pack to your donors' wants and habits? And remember, too, when you send out your communications, format, contents, tone, look, and feel. Do it right, and they say that it'll feel like a welcoming hug from a newish friend or family member. That is your goal with a new welcome packet. Make it like a hug, and there's nothing better. All right, well, I hope this helps. I think the idea of a new welcome packet is so important, and you just, it doesn't have to be big or extensive, but have 3 or 4 things that you're absolutely going to adhere to with each new donor, and you're going to keep those new donors. Joy Olson here, a Blockbuster Fundraising Fan. I know you've got so much on your plate right now, but don't forget to make those Giving Tuesday new donors a welcome. JoyOlsonGroup.com, BlockbusterFundraising.com, and we've got hundreds of free video fundraising tips on our YouTube channel. Take good care. Remember our lives here every Tuesday at 1 p.m. and we're rooting you on these next 30-some days to year end. It's almost here. Bye-bye.